moonshots. Today we're going to be talking about Pundi X and see what happened since my last video, I believe 2 days ago. And before we get into that, and if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and feel free to subscribe to help a small channel like mine grow. Perfect, let's jump straight into it. So before we get into these metrics, we're just going to be looking at the graph and see what happened since my previous video. So in my previous video, I told you guys that I'm very bullish short term, and you can go take a look at it. But basically, since my video, luckily, again, I keep saying that I'm not a fortune teller. I just go based off, a little bit of technical analysis. But I was actually able to pick up and make around. I didn't sell at the full top, so I made around 20% as soon as I saw it come down. But I was about to make a quick 20% gain. So I hope you will watch that video. If you're new here, please subscribe because that's what we do on this channel, baby. All right, so let's kind of take a look at what's going on, okay? So, again, this is kind of like a new coin, right? It's very, take a look at this graph. I mean, this is, tiny, okay? So, there's not a lot of things we can do with it, but with that said, we were able to determine that we kind of reached a little bit of a local bottom, and we were able to predict that it's going to go up, and again, luckily, we got it right. But anyways, let's kind of take a look at what's going on. So, I think if you look at the overall trajectory, let's take a look at the overall, again, short-term trajectory, right? I think the reason, I'm making videos about this, I'm not going to be making videos about things that I don't think are going to make you guys gains, okay? So, I can be wrong, but just take a look at this, okay? Let's just take a look. This has been, it made a bottom right here, okay? Hold up, my bad. So it made a bottom right there, right? This is on the daily. And then made a bottom right there, right? So that's a swing low. It's a higher swing low, right? And then what we're hoping is to make a higher swing low, okay? So that's what we're hoping to happen. If we can keep that trajectory, then we can keep making gains, okay? So that's why I'm covering this coin, because I think that is very possible, okay? I could be wrong, but that's just what I think, okay? Based off what we're going to talk about today, okay? So in yesterday's video, I basically said that there's a good possibility that we could smash through this level of this 4.95, okay? And I said if we do have enough volume, okay, I said if we have enough volume that we could come back to this and test that 6.97 level, okay? So, unfortunately, obviously, that didn't happen, and take a look at the volume. I mean, it's down here, but it's been, it's insanely low. So again, I'm trying to put this on people's radars because I do think there's money to be made here. Again, it's such a new coin. They switched it up and stuff. You can watch my previous videos, but it's such a new coin that there's a lot of potential with it. So what ended up happening was it went up, right? It went up, but again, there wasn't enough volume. There wasn't enough bulls to push it to this level, okay? So I think that as long as, the volumes remain low and stuff, I do not think that we'll be able to make it to this level, okay? I think if you own this coin and if you're a supporter of it, you got to tell your friends about it and stuff, and, I believe in this token. There's real world utility with it, so, again, you can watch my previous videos to see what I talked about, but I think as long as we don't increase the volume, I don't think this is going to be possible, for now at least, okay? I do think that we are going to eventually test this level and smash through it. I really do think that. Okay, but let's kind of take a look at and see what's kind of going on. And these EMAs don't really matter because, take a look at that. I mean, they're not important, as you can see. Okay, so let's kind of get rid of that volume too, so we can just take a quick look at the graph. Okay, so basically, we were coming to an end. I kind of moved this trend line around. We were kind of coming to an end with this trend line, and I keep saying in my videos when we're coming to an end with these trend lines, we tend to make significant moves, and that kind of keeps proving me right. Okay, that's just something I learned in my trading courses over the past few years. But it made a 25% move, and that's what ended up happening. So okay, so let's take a look at what's going on now. Okay, so again, there is levels. So this is a level, that's a level, right? This is a level. There are levels that are established. Okay, but these levels, and I guess we could draw one right here. Okay, we draw one right there for the 4 hour. These levels, right, they're very new, this has been tested by 3 wicks, okay, and then kind of right there, right, this has been only tested once, right, this has been tested twice, okay, So we have to create new levels as we go along. Okay, so maybe we can make that a level too. That swing high right there, we can make that a level as well. Okay, so these levels, and as you can see, that wick touched it right there as well. Okay, but for now I'm gonna get rid of them just so you can see better. But we have to establish new levels to kind of be able to predict better what's gonna happen. Okay, so like I mentioned before, I think as long as we keep this trend of increasing the swing lows, right? If we can continue this trend, and we have been able to continue it. Okay, let me just move this trend line so you guys can see what's going on in the updated. Okay, so if we can continue this trend line of creating higher lows, okay, I think we have a good possibility of just accumulating slowly up, and then when people see it come up, people see the increased percentage, that's when they FOMO in, and that's when the volume increases. Okay, so again, that's what's kind of been going on, right? I just want to see us make higher lows. Okay, if this does end up coming below this, okay, then I have to make a video about it and see what's going on. There is a possibility that it could come test this level, right? Ideally not though. Ideally we want that to be a low, and then hopefully like around right here, and then right there, and then right there. That's what I wanted to see us happen. But there's a good possibility that we could come back down and test this level. Okay, again, it's very hard to predict just because it's such a new coin, but let's kind of take a look at the other metrics as well and see how we were kind of able to predict that. I don't like using that word, but it is what it is. But kind of predict what happened, what ended up happening, that 25% increase. Okay, so let's kind of take a look at. In my previous video, I always like to look at it and see what I said. So as you can see, that when this MACD crossed, right, and this corresponds to around right here, as you can see, yeah. So when this MACD, these two lines crossed, right, we went on a bearish run, and then in yesterday's video, we were literally crossing, and I told you guys that because we're crossing, it's going to look bullish in the short term, which it did. That's when we did the 25% increase, okay? And then right now, we crossed again. So right now, it's looking pretty bearish. Again, I'm hoping that we can establish a higher low than last time, okay? But we just gotta wait and see. There's a possibility that it could come back down and test this level. I don't think we're gonna be going lower than this, unless like people are really selling off. Then the trend is kind of gonna look like that's a low right there, and then that's a lower low, and then that's a lower low. Okay, so that's gonna be kind of a trend reversal if that ends up happening. Okay. But I do want to. I'm gonna keep an eye on it as well. So I'm pretty much sold out right now, and I'm waiting to buy in as soon as these lines cross. This MACD lines cross, and I see that we established a higher low. That's when I'm gonna jump back in. Okay, so I wouldn't say right now is a good buy opportunity like I did yesterday. I'd say you gotta wait and just install MACD on TradingView and just keep looking at it. And as soon as those lines cross, right. And then if we look at the RSI as well, and as soon as those lines cross, sorry, let me finish what I'm saying. As soon as those lines cross, that's when you want to kind of buy in, okay? So let's kind of take a look at what's going on with the RSI as well, okay? And in the previous video, we were, I believe we were around right here, right? We were around right here, and I said that, it's going to go back up, which it did, okay? We went in the, almost reached the overbought area, which is, around right here, okay? So it almost reached it, pretty much reached it, okay? So now we're still coming down. I think we're still coming down a little bit. Again, I don't want us to come down as much as, like, if we come down below, let's see, below 12%, if we even come down 8%, I'll be happy, okay? That's what I'm gonna be happy. I don't want us to come down 12%, okay? So I want us to only come down, if we kind of base it on this RSI right here, I only want us to come down, oh wow, okay, that doesn't really work. But I kind of want us to come down below 12% and make a higher low, okay? So I kind of want to see us, kind of do this and then go back up here, okay? And then hopefully that's below 12%, okay? So right now is on a good buy opportunity based on this data. Again, no one can predict the future, but based on the RSI, based on the MACD, based on where we're at right now is not a good buy opportunity. Again, we could come back and test that level, but hopefully we keep it and we make a higher low and we keep going on that trend, right? And then hopefully the RSI crosses, and then the MACD crosses, and then the RSI does a little reversal, and then we go up again, okay? I do think that overall, if we kind of look at it, I do think that we're going to be accumulating a little longer because again, the volume just isn't there. You know, people aren't really looking at this coin. They're looking at, you know, Ecomi, Bpro, or, you know, other coins. You know, so we got to kind of spread the word. If you like this coin, obviously, if you like it, if you support it, spread the word about it, and then hopefully once the volume picks up, you know, and we make these, we look like a healthy graph, and when people see like, okay, it's been making higher lows, that's when it's going to look like a healthy graph, and that's when people are going to buy in. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. I don't recommend buying right now. Just wait a little longer. I think it's going to drop down a little more, hopefully below 10%. I'm okay with 8%, even 10%. You know, that's a higher low. You know, that's a 2% higher low, but hopefully like 8% more down, and you know, I'll be happy about that. Obviously, that's all short term. You know, in the long run, I do think that we have a possibility. Again, it depends on the volume and how much people pick it up. And I think, you know, people have been a little pissed because of the exchange thing, but I think that's going to go away in the near future. So, not go away, but people are going to forget about it. So, yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. Please subscribe. Please join the Telegram. Thank you guys so much. See you on the next one.